Hello YouTube. So today I'm going to be showing you guys the World Legacy Orcust deck profile. So for, starting off, we have two World Legacy World Wand and two Orcust Nightmare, as well as three Orcust Symbol Skeleton and two Orcust Brass Bombard. As for why World Legacy World Wand is at 2 and Orcust Nightmare is at 2 as well. A lot of people play 3 and 1. However, I just like the option of having a second World Wand, and if it's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a World Legacy monster from your hand. It's just a really good, all-around card. After that, World Legacy World Crowns. This really just assists your Crusadia engine, as well as it's a target for Survivor. After that, World Legacy World Shield. World Shield is pretty much just a free special summon every turn, but you have to pay 1,000 life points. So after that, World Legacy World Chalice. This card allows you to add World Legacy card from your deck to add a World Legacy card from your deck to your hand, and you can also special summon it from using World Wand. So after that, 1 Maximus, 3 Draco, 1 Leonis, 2 Arborea, and 1 Reclusia. So the reason for this lineup is that Draco is really the best card in the deck. After that, it's probably Arborea. And then just having three different when you're playing the Crusadia engine, it's just nice to have different monsters, and so you have 3 1-ofs. That would wrap it up for the monsters, and then 2 Allure of Darkness. They're just other cards in the deck that I wanted to play more than Allure, and so it just ended up at 2. 3 Survivor. Survivor basically allows you to add evacuate the top 5 cards of your deck, and if you do, add a excavated crawler or World Legacy card from your hand to your hand. Also sends the remaining cards to the graveyard. Otherwise, shuffle all cards into the deck. So that's really why you have to have a lot of World Legacy names. Also, you can not special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except link monsters. But that's not really a problem typically, because you only really play 2 Vingears. After that reasoning, that basically allows you to special summon a monster for free from your deck, as well as thin out your deck for the spells. So it says your opponent declares a monster level from 1 to 12. Excavate the top card of your deck until you excavate a monster that can be normal summoned or set. Then if the monster is the same level as the one declared by your opponent, send all excavated monsters to the graveyard. If not, special summon the excavated monster. Also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. So it's good if you can excavate Babel or Crescendo, and it also helps you thin out the rest of your deck for these cards. And if your opponent ends up hitting saying the level of Symbol Skeleton, that's still really good, because it allows you to have other plays, or if you hit World Shield or something like that. At the same time, just being able to special summon a monster for free is really nice. After that, 1 Draw. It allows you to basically set up your graveyard, add cards back from your graveyard to your deck that could potentially be important in the future. And it allows you to just discard cards and draw cards. It's just all around a really good card. Into the Void. It just allows you to draw a card and then discard your entire hand during the end phase. World Legacy Succession. It's a card that you can set off Lib, and it's also another just World Legacy card, so you can add it off of Survivor. 3 Hand Destruction. My apologies. This card just allows you to dig deeper into your deck, as well as discard cards to the graveyard that could potentially be very beneficial to you later on. The only real problem with this card is that it also sends your opponent's cards from your hand to the graveyard, and they could potentially send combo pieces from their hand to the graveyard as well, or draw into hand traps or something like that. So if you're more of like a competitive player, then you would probably want to cut this. One, orchestrated Einz, I guess. This allows you to take an Orcust or World Legacy monster and send it to the graveyard or banish it. Really, you're just going to send it to the graveyard, but it activates if your opponent no more special summons a monsters, except during the damage step, and you can only use its effect once per turn. Overdone Burial allows you to activate it by discarding a card, then target a monster in your graveyard whose level is lower than the discarded monster's original level. Special summon it and equip it with this card, and the equipped monster has its effects negated. You can only use it one Overdone Burial per turn. After that, Orchestrated Babel, it basically just allows you to use your Orcust monsters during your opponent's turn. And Orcust Crescendo, it's a free negate, and it allows you to add from your deck or banish stone a Dark Machine monster. Moving on to the extra deck, you play 2 Dengirsu because there are just a lot of it's just a generically really good card. It allows you to attach your banished monsters to this card, send cards your opponent controls to the graveyard. If a card or cards you control would be destroyed by power or card effect, you can detach a material from it instead. It's just all around a great card. After that, Orchestration. It allows you to modify the attack and defense of linked monsters your opponent controls, and it's just really kind of just a fun card to play. It's really almost like a beater for the deck. After that, Warlord Dragon. So it's just my preference to Boral Sword. It just allows you to again modify the attack of your opponent's monsters, and your opponent can't activate cards or effects in response to its activation. Also, you can take control of your opponent's monsters. Langirsu allows you to send linked monsters your opponent controls to the graveyard. Ningirsu allows you to draw cards and send cards from each player's field to the graveyard. Also, you can special summon World Chalice monsters from your hand. So, yeah, I don't think we play any World Chalice monsters in this though. Nightmare Unicorn just allows you to, it really just allows you to shuffle cards your opponent controls back into the deck. After that, Crusadia Equinox is kind of like the boss monster for the Crusadia engine, as well as just being, it just allows you to target a face-up card your opponent controls and it negates effects until the end of the turn. Lib, it allows you to set a World Legacy spell trap from your deck but cannot be activated this turn while you have no World Legacy monster in your graveyard if it's link summoned. If this link summoned card is sent to the graveyard as link material, you can shuffle a card on the field into the deck. So that can be a card you control or your opponent controls. So like if your opponent gives you tokens, then you can just shuffle it back into the deck technically. Orcust or Nightmare Phoenix, this allows you to destroy a spell or trap card your opponent controls. 3 Galatea, because it allows you to set Orcust spell or trap cards directly from your deck, and it's just a generically good card. You can just you can overlay Dengirsu with it. 1 Spartha, because that allows you to it's just really good with the Crusadia engine. It just allows you to move your monsters, and Magius adds Crusadia monsters from your deck to your hand. Yeah, that is the deck portion of this. Yeah, I will see you guys in a minute. Okay, so as you can see, we've kind of already started here again. As for this first combination, we're hoping that the opponent doesn't have any hand drops. That would suck. But yeah, we're just gonna go through this. Drago's going to add us that, and we're going to go to Sparta, special summon it. Sparta's going to allow us to move this, and we're going to activate Draco's effect to add back the Maximus. That was the wrong play, I think. Okay. Well, if you had gotten back to the airport, yeah, I guess you'd have had a potential beat stick. That's kind of where this first combo leaves you off. An Equimax and a orchestrated Eins sets, I guess. Yes, so that will be the first combo. So as you can see, we've already kind of begun this. Starting off here, we're going to activate Survivor though, and hope they don't ash us. And it looks like that's actually a pretty good way to start things off. After that, we're going to activate Into the Void, and we're going to yeah. See, if Bombard was in the graveyard, that would actually be kind of perfect, because then you would be able to special summon Symbol Skeleton from the graveyard, and that would be very good. But alas, we cannot, so we're going to go through this combo this way. We're going to add Draco from our deck to our hand, and so the thing to notice with Magius is it's if a effect monster is special summons to a zone it points to. It doesn't have to be a Crusadia monster, which is worth noting. So yeah, we're just gonna go through this. That was a bad move by me. Very well. Symbol Skeleton's gonna special summon the Nightmare back, and we're going to go into Galatea, who is going to allow us to set Babel. And then we're going to go into Orchestron, which I don't think a lot of people would choose, but we're going to go for it. Oh, 2 effects. Yes, that was actually a Breast Bombard. Wow. Okay. So we're going to special summon this, and is there... So that just basically allows us to follow up on our opponent's turn to special summon it back, or our turn if we want to. So what does this particular board achieve? It allows you to, so you've special summoned a Galatea, which would be nice for follow-up plays, but then you also have a Nightmare in the graveyard, as well as a Orchestron and Symbol Skeleton, and Symbol Skeleton will allow you to special summon back the Orchestron, and then the Nightmare will allow you to add attack points to the Orchestron, and then you can chain the Orchestron to have your linked monsters your opponent controls become 0. Attack becomes 0. So that's really kind of where this leaves you off. I guess the last effect wouldn't really matter because you wouldn't have any where the opponent could get you though. But it would allow you to, on the follow-up turn, allow you to get to Dingirsu and potentially some other cards. Okay, so you see that we've kind of started the duel here. Sorry to make you guys wait. This hand isn't half bad, I don't think. So what to do? We're going to activate Reasoning first, and their opponent control does 1. That actually wouldn't be bad if it was not Harport, not Symbol Skeleton, Breast Bombard. It wouldn't be bad if it was Breast Bombard, because then you could just special summon Orcust Nightmare. But alas, that did not happen, so we're going to activate Allure. And we are going to banish that nightmare. And then we're going to activate Hand Destruction, and we're going to discard the Hand Destruction as well as the Orcust symbol skeleton. So potentially we can special summon it back with Overdone Burial. After that, we are going to activate Overdone Burial, and we're going to discard the Draco to special summon back the symbol skeleton. And this will allow us to get us into Galatea. Galatea can activate its effect to set Babel, activate Babel. You can special summon Reclusia now. We're not going to activate Reclusia's effect, but if it needed to be done, it could be. Next we're going to normal Bombard, and we're going to link it all the way into Orcustron. Then we're going to special summon out Stingirsu, and Stingirsu's effect is going to send to grave one of their spell slash traps, Wabuku. That's not bad. Not great, but not bad. And we're going to special summon out Galatea. And I'll actually go for Longirsu. It seems weird, but so where does this board allow you to go? So you have Orchestrated Babel, which allows you to have all of your Orcusts as quick effects. After that, you have a symbol skeleton in Graveyard, so you can banish that and special summon any of your Orcust monsters back. So if you needed a beater, you could special summon Orcustron. If you needed a negate, you could special summon Galatea. If you needed to send an opponent's monster away, you could special summon Dingirsu, or if you just wanted to for the heck of it, you could special summon Dingirsu. Or like if you needed to negate the destruction of your cards, then you can special Dingirsu and then attach Symbol Skeleton as material. And also, it's also like really flexible, because if you ended up not using either Dingirsu or Galatea's effect to set a Orcust card, or to attach as material, then you could use Longirsu's effect to send a linked monster to the graveyard, which is really good. So that's this kind of board. Well, at first glance, it doesn't seem like it would be that great. It allows you to have a lot of versatility. So yeah, yeah. So this is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. It would really help. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.